Howdy, my name's Allaryin, and welcome back. It's been a while since I've done a Let's Play video. I had started a series that I got several, maybe, 20 or so hours into on a 125 server, and it exploded horribly. There were problems with files that got corrupted, and it just generally kind of fizzled and imploded on itself. So I'm done with that. It's been a while, and I'm back now. I've been playing a lot of Minecraft since 1.4 came out, and I've been digging it. 1.3 was kind of a desolate wasteland for the modding scene anyways. So here I am. I had previously tried to record something for this episode with my brother in tow, but it turns out there was a bug when two players were together on the version of Forge that we had available at the time. Forge has since updated, excuse me. And we are good to go. I've got a large assortment of mods installed. I'm going to go over that briefly, but got a lot of stuff here. And the things that I don't have are IndustrialCraft and anything that uses IndustrialCraft. So let's get going. I'm going to be running this with a local server, and I've set up the seed as phooey. I'm logging in as my daughter's account, so this will be funny. So yeah, let's see what happens. I've never seen this world. Oh, look at that, it complains about basic components. I am in a extra biomes forest. This is dark, but there's oil right there. That's a good sign. I've never seen this seed before. I'm going to change. I'm going to go ahead and mark the... Well, I'm going to dodge this skeleton. Log out for a second. I'm going to log out, log back in as myself, and try this again. Okay, let's try this again. We'll connect, and this time I should be myself. Yes, I am. Okay, good. So, yeah, looks like I'm in the middle of an extra biomes, redwood and fir forest, staring at a wall. There we go. Alright, there's the oil. That there... Alright, the sun came up while I was logging out. Let's see here, we've got... This is a cotton plant, and that is a strawberry. I have Pam's mods installed, which is something that I've never really played with a whole lot, but I'd always meant to, and, well, this was finally the opportunity to get around to it. Really? Okay. We are going to not deal with that right now. I need to find a suitable place to settle. One of the problems with a biome like this is the perpetual shade. It also damages your FPS. This many leaves is just horrendous for things. I'm getting 15 FPS right now when I ought to be getting substantially more. I don't know what's up with that lighting bug. There we go. It's confused. Over there is a skeleton, or not a skeleton, a scorpion. Anyways, we are going to... Did that skeleton finally die? Yeah. Alright. Good. Wait. I hear him. Yep. Sheesh. Okay, I'm going to mark a waypoint here. I'm a huge addict of, I'm addicted to Ray's Minimap. I use a lot of map waypoints. It saves a whole lot of time and trouble. We are not going to really... Man, I think scorpions use the same AI as spiders, essentially. We're going to just run, get past him. I don't know what's up with the lighting on this. There we go. It's clearly fixing itself, but wow. We need to get somewhere safe here. This is the fun part of playing on a server. We actually get passage of time while we're not paying attention. There we go. And our first kill is an environmental kill from a zombie. There is another oil well. I think I'm going to be using some refined BuildCraft power a lot sooner than I normally would have considered it. Because, and there's an, yeah, okay, it's a sign. Because this is just not something I can ignore. Now, normally I don't like living in a cold biome because I like running water. But this is a little bit too hard to pass up. Maybe what I will do is I will pump all of this sucker and run it out. There's a... Let's see here. We'll go ahead and waypoint that as well. But while I want to be close to that forest, but not actually in it, because I would like to be able to go there and exploit it for ore, or for lumber. These are grapes, wild grapes. That tree has spider webs in it. Let's go see what's over there. But anyway, and there's more oil. This just isn't normal. I'm not used to seeing this much oil out of a desert biome. So far I'm liking this seed. But like I said, one of the things that I do not have installed, there's a greatwood tree from Thaumcraft. There's another Thaumcraft greatwood tree, and another one. Wow. Okay. And hey, there's a bee and a seed. Let's go ahead and mark this spot. There's some greatwood bees. We'll leave that waypoint lit up. Now, one thing that I haven't seen is I haven't seen any animals. I have Mo creatures installed, and if it turns out that it's messing too much with... Wow, there's a lot of greatwood trees around here. If it's messing up my vanilla mob spawns too much, then we will just do without it. One of the other things that I have done is I've got quite a few different forge mods installed that add ores to the game, and I've not disabled any of the ore generation. So we have all the different kinds of metals, because I figured why not this time. I normally suppress that sort of thing and try to just have one version of copper and things like that, but I'm not in the mood for it right now. So wow, we're kind of all over the place here. This is very snowy. I don't want to live in the snow. I lived in the snow last time. That's where I started my previous Let's Play video. Let's go ahead and grab that. See those reeds over there? Let's grab those so we have them, because I'm going to need paper eventually. Some of the other mods that I have installed, I've got red power installed, as evidenced by that marble right there. I've got BuildCraft, obviously, from all of that oil that we saw earlier. Thaumcraft from the greatwood trees that we saw. Extra bees from that beehive. That wasn't a normal forestry beehive. I've got forestry. I've got... oh, what else? I've got metallurgy. Here's some more bees. And I've only picked up one piece of cotton. I've got a bunch of... hey, I've got 4 redwood saplings. That'll be fun. Man, I just want to find somewhere that is relatively flat and not snowy. And I am not finding it. Yeah, there's some more cotton. We will grab that. Cotton can be turned into cloth. It also can be used for a couple of other things that regular wool cloth can't be used for. And I'm going to try to use cotton instead of flax, just because I've farmed flax before and I haven't really farmed cotton before. Man, that's taking forever to load in. Anyways, what other mods do I have? I mentioned I have metallurgy, I have forestry. I've got something on fire over there. A slime. Let's go ahead and punch this slime to death. Well, here's some... this looks like a good place to to dig in some at least. I'll go ahead and mark this as a suitable cave to start exploring. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff there. So we'll consider digging in there, and we're not too far from other points of interest. But I've got the latest, I've got Railcraft, I've got Mistcraft. I mentioned I do not have IndustrialCraft, but I do have MFFS. I've got the force field mod. I've been wanting to play with that. Obviously it's not as fun in a single-player environment, but I'm going to use it for mob exclusion, and the reason I'm able to use it is because despite its origins as an IndustrialCraft add-on, it does use, or it is capable of using Buildcraft power directly without transformers. And so we are going to run some force fields off of some oil combustion engines. Unfortunately, it can't be built. The force fields cannot be constructed solely from Buildcraft resources. You can't make one out of gears or anything. You need the resources added by either IndustrialCraft or by universal electricity. I don't really have much interest in using universal electricity, but I figured, you know, I haven't played with it. I may as well at least put it on the server because it lets me make force fields. And when I added that, I also added the Power Tools mod. So we will be able to have a chainsaw that doesn't break and things like that. Although I'm not too terribly worried about that sort of thing just yet. Man, there's a lot of this stuff here. Wait, I see changes in trees. Is this finally a biome worth settling in? We're using extra biomes, which is what gave us those large trees where we spawned, and what's probably at fault for where I am right now. Yeah, I'm in the Ice Plains biome, which is this, well, icy plains biome. And I don't like that. I am, however, being kind of, I don't know, foolish when it comes to walking around without anything. So I'm going to punch a tree real quick. Let's see, what else? I do have Twilight Forest, and I would like to take advantage of that. I'm actually planning, I think, on trying to set up a primary base of operations inside the Twilight, if at all possible. I've also got Computer Craft. I do not have MISC peripherals installed because it conflicts with universal electricity. There's problems there. Even though it's supposed to have compatibility, it explodes the current versions. So I'm just not worried about it too much. Since it doesn't do any world gen, I'm not terribly concerned. This is starting to get ridiculous. I'm going to, I don't have enough... Oh, let me switch NEI over to recipe mode. I do not have enough cotton to make a bed yet. See, 1 cotton, 3 cotton turn into 2 string, so I would need a goodly pile of cotton to make myself a bed out of cotton. Not too concerned about it. And awesome. That is a frost scorpion with babies. I see beehives. Ugh. I see spiders. I see hostiles. I see ghost over there. I have yet to see any animals. That's never a good sign. Yeah, well, I'm going to keep exploring. I'm just going to keep walking in a straight line from over there past these ice plains to try to get somewhere. There's a lot of beehives on this snowy expanse, but I don't want to live in the cold. Hey, there's lava this way. But yeah, anyways, once I find a suitable... That is a canyon. We will mark that because that looks pretty cool. 2 ogres. Awesome. Found ogres, but no sheep yet. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is oh, there we go. There's a place to settle. I see more bees over here, so that's pretty cool. See, that's a werewolf. I don't want to deal with that. I see endermen. I see another werewolf. I see another enderman. I see 2 more ogres. A bunch of creepers. Okay. Yeah, I think this this swampy-looking biome over here is probably going to be home, but obviously I can't deal with ogres and creepers and skellies, oh my, at this time of night. So, there are no sheep. I'm not surprised that there aren't any sheep out in this frozen Arctic wasteland that I just wandered through, so I'm not concerned yet. There are a lot of mobs spawning. I'm going to... You know what? I'm going to swim out to that island. We'll see what happens. Wow, I'm starving. That'll be awesome. But I'm going to get out to the island, and I have a bunch of fruit that I did forage while I was wandering around. So hopefully that will be enough to keep me alive. I don't see any water hostiles just yet. There's some sand. Maybe we will build initial bases out on little islands. That would be interesting. But I think that's all the mods. Oh! One other mod that I do have installed that I didn't mention is thermal expansion. Thermal expansion is quite possibly one of my favorite mods. I recently did a couple of really short spotlight videos on it, and it's just great stuff. It makes Buildcraft Power worth using, and it's my primary inspiration for not installing IndustrialCraft. Underwater bees. That's cool stuff. Where's this guy? We're halfway here, and I am on a deserted, tiny desert island. I'm going to pause for a second, wait for the sun to come up. Actually, you know what? Here, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and, since we're here, let's go ahead and first we need to eat some. Yeah, the strawberries are worth eating. They're not the best crops in the world, but there we go. A couple of those was enough to keep me from starving to death. So that's good. Let's go ahead and plunk this down here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Grab some sticks. Grab a stone pick while I'm at it. I picked up a greatwood sapling somewhere along the line. I'm not going to complain about that too much. Oh, where's the sky? Sheesh. It is really, really dark and spooky around here. Okay, I mostly just sat here and waited and talked. The moon is still. Come on. Wow. Come on, computer. Let's try this again. There we go. Okay. The moon is actively in the process of setting, so it'll be down very soon. We're going to go ahead and pick up the crafting table. And see about braving the shore. I don't have... How far am I away from spawn? I am a good way. I am potentially a kilometer away from the spawn point. There's more oil. I see 2 more oil wells out in the water. So yeah, I think one of my first priorities is going to 3 oil wells. Wait, no, is that 2? One of my first priorities is going to be an oil refinery. But before I can get there, I need to have some lower level fuels and some ore efficiency and things. So we will do that. We will be using thermal expansion for a lot of stuff. Here comes the sun. Oh, look, we're watching our first sunset. Sunrise. I didn't get to see the sunset. I was too busy wandering. There's that werewolf in the water. Alright, let's go ahead and start swimming now that it's less creepy. And do I want to live in the swamp? Might. I don't want to deal with that werewolf, though. And obviously some pretty nasty hostiles come out in the swamp. It's a spawn location for ogres and a few other things, so maybe not. We'll see. Go ahead and swim past here. There's more bees. There's no shortage of bees in this world because, well, it's kind of what the... And sheep. Okay, perfect. It's a sign we are getting some sheep. One thing that you notice, see over there, the scorpions are aggro to pretty much everything. So it's kind of funny watching scorpions kill off creepers and ogres and stuff like that. Okay, I see cows. Alright, yeah. So I think it was just that particular biome was kind of cursed. I only need to kill 3 sheepies here. I don't have a sword. I don't have shears. You know what? I'm going to go into this cave real quick. I'm going to... Not you yet. I'm going to dig up... Oh, man. Oh, well. That was enough, stone for this anyways. Of course, that killed my crafting bench. So I will place a crafting table real quick and make myself a stone sword, a stone pick. We're going to need a lot more stone picks, but we've got copper available to us, and so we're going to be using some copper tools. And let's go ahead and get some quick bedding material put together. Hey, look at that. Oh, come on, you. There you go. Getting some scorpion pieces out of this. Alright. So I don't really want to live in the swamp here, but it's the most normal place I've seen. I'm going to explore just a hair longer and see what we can't find. Got some sandstone that I picked up from that creeper blast. Hey, you. There we go. No, just in case, I probably want a couple more wool. And I should probably go ahead and get some beef. And hey, that's a lot of leather. I could make some armor out of some of that. 6 pieces of leather? Yeah. Ooh, more. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and... What is this biome called? This is the Green Swamplands. So this is a extra biomes swamp location. Getting a few rendering glitches. We're not going to worry about those too much. Let's see if we can go to maybe the... I mean, sheesh, I'm getting so far away from spawn at this point. I don't know much. Is that another... It's not a canyon, but that is some surface visible iron and copper. Let's go ahead and mine these real quick. This will give me the tools that I need to get a lot of stuff accomplished. I'm going to go ahead and set up an initial base, and some of the first things that I'm going to do inside my initial base are with the metallurgy crushers. I'm going to actually use metallurgy to bootstrap my thermal expansion, and then I'll switch over to using it pretty exclusively. But one of the things that metallurgy adds that's really, really nice for early game is the crusher block. And their crushers will essentially they're basically fuel-burning macerators that don't well, they're really inefficient early on. And wow, that is dark in there. No lighting. There we go. But yeah, they're fuel-burning macerators, basically, and the very low-level one, the stone one, actually consumes an entire unit of coal to cook, or to process a single unit of ore. And that's expensive, but early on, coal is a lot easier to find, maybe, than some of the metals you're looking for. And you can always make charcoal to burn instead. Okay, let's see. I've got enough coal. I've got a bunch of random garbage here. What I have 9 cobbles. I need a few more cobbles here. I've got a bunch of metal, so I'm actually doing pretty well here. I'm just going to go ahead and grab some more stone while I'm here. Not going to show a whole bunch of mining after today. Once I found my first diamonds or so, that'll be about it for that. Man, I don't really want to live in a cave. I normally tend to dig in early on into find some kind of natural cave and use that for my... No, I don't have the inventory space to harvest bees just yet. So we will leave bees where they are, and we will gather them when the time comes. Let's get out of the swamp land. I like being near the swamp, but not in the swamp. Also like flat. And these hills up here are anything but flat, but it's pretty. There's a waterfall that I didn't have to make myself. So maybe on the other side of this hill? We'll get up top on the hill and see what happens. But there's water here, there's coal, there's more of these. Hopefully we'll be able to start making some stuff here in a second. Desert. When was the last time I lived in the desert? I can't remember the last time I lived in a desert. But at the edge of a desert sounds pretty cool. Oh, is this a plains biome? This is not a plains. This is something hilly. Let's see what that is. It's an interesting waterfall coming off the desert. I like this proximity to sand. Let's see, where are we? We are in Green Hills. You know what? I think this looks like a great place to settle and call home. So I am going to dig in here. I've got 9 iron ore and 10 copper ore here, so that's a good bit of metal to work with initially. That's kind of a pretty little thing to see in the front yard. A lot of that sand is going to fall the minute the first thing shakes it, but that's okay. So we're going to maybe just up a little higher. Ooh. How about here? Alright, let's see what I've got for building materials, see if I can't lay myself out a basic... Oh, there we go. I want to park next to a silverwood tree. That's a good sign. Alright, I'm going to call this here home. We've got ocean, it looks like, off that side. We got all that other stuff. We are a long, long ways. We're a full kilometer away from the spawn point. But this looks like too verdant and relatively safe of a location to pass up on. So I'm going to stop recording for a second. I'm going to clear out a little bit of space and build myself a dirt hut. Oh, and there's another silverwood tree up there. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna park right here. I think I'm gonna level this out. So I'm gonna stop recording. I'm gonna level this out, and I'm gonna start laying out some walls. So I will be back in a second. Okay, I just finished clearing this little area, flattening that all out with my little stone shovel that I made. The sun is setting, so I really, really need to get a bed down. Thankfully, there are no hostiles here right now, so I'm going to do the foolish thing, and I am literally just going to plunk my bed right here and lay down and try to sleep. Oh, it looks like there's an update to universal electricity. Don't worry about that. There we go. Dawn, and I've set my spawn point. Excellent. So now I need to build something. I build something to live in. I need a box. I've got all this junk on me. I need 2 boxes maybe. Let's go ahead and kill this tree real quick. Turn it into some storage. I wonder if the shovel is any faster than digging by hand. I don't think it is. Doesn't look like it. Yeah, it's not really. But either way. Got that there. Let's go ahead and make some storage here real quick like. And put a bunch of junk in the box. We don't need snowballs or leather or these or dirt or sand or sandstone. We might need wood. Put some metal, put some food in there. Reeds, beef, 9 beef. I've got a lot of food. I'm doing okay on that front right now. Saplings, wool, chitin, scorpion stuff. I'm going to go ahead and turn some of those. Let's go ahead and turn 3 of them into torches real quick. And that's a good, yeah, we'll go ahead and toss that in there as well. Okay, let's go ahead and make some torches to light up my initial living environment. And with the rest of these sticks, I'm going to make myself a stone axe. I have Tree Capitator installed, so that is going to make gathering lumber much, much easier. I don't want to kill this great tree because it's, well, it deserves to be there, and it's right there, so it beautifies my immediate neighborhood. But I'm going to kill some of these little trees that are just kind of hanging out here. And that's a whole lot faster than punching the tree. Some mantas and porpoises down in the water. And look, more stinking oil. Yeah, this is totally the best place ever. The best thing about using something like Tree Capitator is that it actually eliminates all of the it gets rid of the leaves too, so you don't have to wait for those. It's a performance gain. You're not sitting there waiting for those entities to eliminate themselves. So we're going to go ahead and just clear out some of these trees here. This axe still has a ton of use left in it, but we've got 31 lumber times 4. Oh, let's go ahead and cut down this tree here. Start building some walls up for a basic house, and see about getting some of this ore processed to and calling it a day. So take all of the, yeah, that's a ton of ore. Okay. We'll take this, and I'm going to just use the outline that I kind of set up for myself with just how things randomly got placed initially. I'm going to call this, that is an odd lengthwise, that's 5 internal, that's good, and that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 internal. Okay, that's good. 5 by 7 isn't good. Doesn't really matter what the dimensions are, but odd is usually easier to work with than even. So let's see, we've still got a bunch more wood. I will go ahead and I'm going to build up. You know what I like doing? Actually, because I got a bunch of sand, I'm going to go ahead and cook some glass panes for windows. So we will do that. Let's go ahead and get a furnace set up and cooking. I don't have enough cobble on me to set up 2 furnaces right now, but here's what we can do. We can put that furnace there, and I also have enough materials to make that crusher I was talking about. Hello, NEI. The crusher, not these here, but this one here, is made with a furnace and 4 more cobbles and some sticks. So I have just enough cobble to make that. Like I said, this is the sort of Tech Zero macerator. It will grind things into dust at a very, very expensive rate. We will actually upgrade it to... hello, cow. We'll actually upgrade it to being made out of copper and bronze and then eventually iron and probably steel. And at that point it's actually pretty efficient to use, but until then it's really expensive. But we have one now, just in case we're going to forget about it. Let's go ahead and take all of the sand that I got. 3 sand is not enough. Can I break sandstone down into sand? You can make it into smooth sandstone. You can make sandstone cobble pipe. Sandstone plates. The rock crusher will crush it into sand. The pulverizer will crush it into sand, but it does not look like a crusher. Crush sandstone into sand. So, phooey. Here's what I will actually do, though. I will take some of this copper, take 4 of those copper, and 4 pieces of coal, and I will pop those in there to get processed, and that will give us 8 copper dust, and we will use those to upgrade the crusher immediately. I should also, I have enough beef here, so I'm going to go ahead and use this to cook a single bunch of beef, so I have food again. While this is running. Maybe I should just use fencing for windows. I might do that. Let's go ahead and make a door with a pressure plate on it before I forget. Pressure plate goes there. Door goes out here, so it's flush with the outside instead of with the inside. And that pressure plate just closes the door on me. You know, this is pretty good for an initial little house. And this is building away. Getting my copper dust already. Got some beef for not being hungry. Yeah, and we will use, once we get this crusher upgraded, we will be able to crush more effectively. The copper, so the stone one crushes a single item per unit of coal. The copper one crushes 2, 3, 4, 5. So it actually gets pretty efficient at that point. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I want to make a roof. I kind of want the roof to be a different material than the walls, just for contrast. So I'm going to go ahead, but I'm also going to go ahead and make some window material here. We'll go ahead and, let's see, we have 8 of those. Let's go ahead and make 4 more. And now I can put 4 on each side. So we'll go window, 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 window. And then the rest of this will go into the walls. And that way I can see outside. And arrows can't shoot in. I need to get up on the roof. And call this a day. We're going to go ahead and end this episode here in a second. Next time I'm going to set up some crops, because I've got all of these plants that I picked up. So I'm going to go ahead and do those. I'm going to hopefully be able to process a little bit more ore, so we have some room. But I need to get torches around outside. Go ahead and plunk these. We'll do something about that doorway. So we got some lighting on the outside. Get some lighting on the inside as well here. There we go. We'll go ahead and sleep again for the night. Since we're in such kind of an open, flat area, there's nowhere for hostiles to really come from. So it's pretty safe to sleep. Let's let Scorpion do its thing now. Okay, so I need a roofing material. I don't want a dirt and grass roof. Would be pretty funny. You know what? Just because it's kind of humorous, I'm gonna go ahead and make my roof out of grass for now. We'll do something to keep the floor different. Maybe we'll replace the floor with cobbles. And this is not going to be the main home. This is just sort of home 1.0. So let's go ahead and set up a little... This is for the grass to go up. We don't have to worry about this once it gets going, but initially it's good to have this sort of thing, and we will do that. And this will grow grass eventually up onto my roof. And then what I will probably do is I will probably hoe and plant something upstairs, like maybe I don't know, like tomatoes, or just something. We'll have some plant life growing on top of things, because that's kind of cool. Haven't done any rooftop gardening in a long time. So I'm going to finish setting this up. We will let the... I'm not going to bore you by watching the grass grow, but we'll get this... There we go. See, the grass is already starting to come up. It's up one step. Just wait for it to go up all the way. Got some beef. And got some copper dust. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and upgrade the crusher. Real quick, so we can be more efficient next time. I'm going to do that. Yeah, I think this is a workable home 1.0. I can see out all the different sides, sort of. Maybe I should add something to the front door. But we will let this copper cook up real quick, and then upgrade the crusher. Okay, that finished cooking up real quick. We'll go ahead and take that, and I will upgrade the crusher. It's a pretty straightforward upgrade path here. Just clad the previous tier of the crusher in the materials for the next one. The next level up after copper is bronze, which is the copper crusher inside a bunch of bronze bars. The problem is we don't have any tin to make bronze with, otherwise I'd go ahead and skip ahead. But we've got that, and that will help. going to go ahead and toss in 3 more, actually 4 more, I guess, to make it efficient. I'm going to go ahead and cook up 4 more of those. You'll see it's going a little bit faster. It's not meaningfully faster, but you'll notice at 50% of the way through here, it's not 50% done with the fuel. So 1 unit of this 1.6 kilojoules will process 2, so it only costs 800 joules to crush an item instead of the full 1600. But I'm going to go ahead and let that run. I'm going to call this an episode. My name's Allaryin. This is Minecraft Living Without IndustrialCraft, and thank you for watching.